to make a video about why only 17,000 people have unlocked Ramantu Drakesblood, or why I think only 17,000 people have done this. First of all, I wanted to look at Ramantu himself, the reward for clearing all of the missions in the game. He's pretty powerful legendary in his own right, I think, and that's probably why they locked it behind such a high level of attainment. They've locked it behind these missions that are going to be quite difficult for the average player to overcome. So he attacks an enemy, has a 100% chance when booked of increasing the cooldown of one of the target's skills at random. So it increases the cooldown on a skill, just random skill, and then he has a 40% chance of placing a stun, 50% chance of placing a stun debuff if the skill has its cooldown increased to the max. So that's not bad. On his A1, he has a decent chance of stunning his target. He attacks one enemy 4 times, so his A2 on a 3-turn cooldown is a 4-hitter, and it books up to 100% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff. Second hit will place a weaken, third hit will place decreased speed, and fourth hit will place block buffs. So if you have enough accuracy and you've booked him, he will place 4 debuffs on his target, and then if the target has 4 or more debuffs after the attack, which is all the debuffs, he'll place a 5th. True fear. That's pretty potent. That's pretty powerful against a single enemy. And then this is an AoE on a 3-turn cooldown when booked. He attacks all enemies, an 80% chance, booked up to 100, of removing all buffs from all enemies before attacking. So if you have high enough accuracy, he'll buff strip. He will also place block active skills, and he will place block passive skills. So if enemies have passive skills, they'll be blocked. If they don't have passive skills, their active skills will be blocked. He doesn't place both on the targets, but that is an incredibly powerful skill. If you're blocking passive skills, I think when this guy got released, he was called the Lydia Killer, because he locked out Lydia, who was a real meta in the arena at the time. Locked her out from using her passive, which blocked people from being revived, and revived her own champions. If she's alive, she does that. Even if there's block revive on those champions, she still resurrects them. So yeah, he was basically the anti-Lydia champion when he first came out. And then his passive is, if an enemy places any of these serious debuffs on him, it will fill his turn meter by 30%, put speed on him, on them. I guess it means, yeah, this champion, for 2 turns. The shield buff is equal to 30% of this champion's max HP, so it's a decent shield. Increased speed, increased turn meter, and it doesn't say those debuffs won't land, but he can resist them if he has high enough resistance. And then he brings an aura of accuracy, 80 accuracy, so he's a really solid champion. Now, the reason that I think so few people in the entire game have achieved Ramantu, Arbiter, from memory, way back in the day, I kind of delayed getting her for a little bit. I know a lot of people got her before me, but I've had her for a long time now. But going through part 5 and now halfway through part 6, I am kind of stuck on this get 30 max subset upgrades. So that's a sticker. That's a real sticking point. 30 times your glyphs have to land perfectly on a piece of gear, and it can take you a dozen tries with a glyph, or more to get 1 max substat. If you have bad RNG, if you have bad luck, you're actually using hundreds of glyphs, of rank 5 or 6 glyphs, which means weeks of clearing the faction wars. Weeks and weeks of clearing faction wars to get those glyphs. So this is very likely to be a sticking point for a lot of people. Now Doom Tower is self-explanatory. Doom Tower is fine. I've definitely got well past the 10th floor of Doom Tower, but it must not activate until it unlocks. Some of them, it gives you it before it unlocks, because it's a part of the game that you've done, whereas the Doom Tower is something that actually resets. Therefore, it won't show that I've accomplished that until it unlocks. Now, this reset of Doom Tower, I have done this. That bar should be full, but I think because the Doom Tower is a thing that resets every month, it also resets the missions until you unlock them. And if you just keep going through the artifacts, etc., just placing glyphs, so you just need to use 80 more glyphs. That's more faction wars. You have to equip particular sets, and then here's the next sticking point. Reach Silver 4 in the tag team arena. I'm currently bronze 3 because I just came back to the game 2 weeks ago. Compared to the other missions around this, yeah, that takes time to get 80 glyphs. Yeah, you can craft an affinity breaker set once you've done the Doom Tower a few times in the right lockout and got those pieces to make a set, enough pieces for a set. Just hang on to your affinity breaker stuff no matter what, just to get this mission. 10 artifacts using resistance charms, easy, you get so many charms, right? And then you get to this Silver 4. If you look at, I don't think I can look in the arena because I'm only bronze 3, but if you are in even Silver 1 and you look at the level of teams that you're going up against, just good luck getting to Silver 4. And then it's clear stage 14 of the Lizardmen crypt. You just need a few decent lizards and you can do it. I have to say, I took a while to get through the Lizardmen crypt, but you know, it doesn't compare to Silver 4. This is really unbalanced, and these kinds of sticking points are going to lock people out from getting Ramantu. That takes a little bit of time, tournaments, more Doom Tower, and all of that stuff. Defeat 1,000 champions in tag team, and it wants you to keep hitting tag team for days on end till you get that good. It's just a bit of a time lockout, and then you keep going through and you get to this one here. This time you have to get 40 max substats using rank 5 or higher glyphs. That's hundreds more glyphs. Again, this is going to be a huge sticking point for me. If I get to Silver 4 in the arena and I make it to this mission, I should have quite a few glyphs by then, in about 6 months' time. But still, very RNG based. Barbarian Crypt, bit of hit and miss, depending on how well you do, how lucky you are in terms of getting Barbarians. 150 million damage to the Demon Lord, that's 3 keys for me. I'll just hit him with an extra key. For people that did that 1 key Ultra Nightmare, that's 2 keys. They'll just use an extra key that day. Done. It does not compare to 40 max substats or Silver 4 in the arena. Normal Doom Tower. There we go, just clear normal Doom Tower. If you are able to do 150 million damage on the Demon Lord and you've done enough faction crypts to get 40 rank 5 or higher glyphs, normal Doom Tower is nothing. Save your Frostbite, right? Do more Doom Tower. Make some helmets. Upgrade only 5 Great Hall bonuses to level 10. You're going to be doing enough arena as it is. This is probably tricky for some people, the 30th floor and hard, but you just work out a little bit, that's cool. 25 helmets. How does that compare to Silver 4, which is way back here? Where was it? Silver 4. Yeah. It's way back in the chain, and then you get all the way to the end, and it says craft 25 helmets. I guess they got to throw some easy ones in there. And then you unlock 63 new missions, which is going to ask you to get to gold 1 in the arena, or gold 2 in the arena, and sorry, 3v3, and maybe upgrade 10 Great Hall bonuses to level 10 by the end of it. And yeah, your Great Hall will probably look a lot fuller than that. I find it funny it's just 5. Why not make it 12? I'll see you later.